Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. Okay, that was a very tough 4 hours. And I finished just in time for it to start snowing again, for the snowstorm. That was ridiculous. That was just ridiculous. And I'm going to be doing this again next week. Hopefully there's nobody coming down. I guess that van at the top of the hill, that's as far as he was probably able to make it. I don't know how anybody, like even on the nice, oh, I left a big hump there, but that's okay. That's okay. My client was there and it got mild, so now that like, there's about the third person this week, hey Reg, come and look at my roof, it's leaking. I said, yeah, what happens is everything goes underneath the moisture gets underneath, like it backs up underneath the shingles, and then over time it rots and it leaks through and leaks into the house and stuff like that. So when it's cold, you don't get that, but when it's cold, the ice, the heat moisture that you lose through your roof, okay, builds up a whole bunch of ice underneath the shingles, right? And what that does when it thaws out, everybody's leaving the ski hills like, the snowstorm's coming. You want to be stuck on the mountain? Yeah, you wouldn't want to be stuck at the top of that mountain there. It's 4,000 meters up, man. That's 12,000 feet. No, it's not 12,000 feet high, but the run is 12,000 feet. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to be stuck there. But anyway, yeah, getting back to the roof. So, what happens to your roof is you basically, I go sliding up my door here. That little curve there is so sharp. It's like if you hit it more than 50 kilometers an hour, about 35 miles an hour, you almost guarantee pulling like 3/4 of a G. Like it's bizarre, very bizarre. Fun on a motorcycle though. It's like woo! I want to get out of here before it's just starting. That snowstorm it's supposed to start tonight, and then well, look at this old square body. Nice. I think I know who that is. But anyway, yeah. So you get all the heat coming from your house, escapes through the roof underneath the shingles, which creates all kinds of moisture. Hence why I try to keep the roof as clear as possible. But you still get vapor, right? So the vapor turns into water, obviously. Gets trapped underneath the shingles. The shingles then start to expand in the cold, and if you don't clear your roof, what happens is it leaks, but then it starts to back up, and the ice starts to go back up underneath the shingles. And then what happens when you get a mild day? It's raining in your house, like at random spots. Usually it hugs the walls first because path of least resistance. Usually most of the heat loss goes to the edge of the roof. Even though heat rises, it just the moisture goes to the bottom and it back dams at the bottom. Hence why I bust the ice off his roof every week at the edge. But I already told him a couple of spots. I said, look, your shingles are already lifted here. And like the roof is already rotted in spots, right? So God knows how old that roof is, but so he's like, oh, I gotta show you. So he showed me, and I was like, oh. So I explained it to him, you know, the best I could. I said the only thing you do when you're not around is maybe lower the temperature in the house, and it might slow it down a bit. Unless we get like a -30, like we were getting. Like as soon as it goes, say like -10 or warmer, it starts to leak through. So it doesn't stay frozen long enough, right? So that's your problem. So yeah, that's the third person that I'm kind of like dealing with. Reg, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like, it's not. You got to replace a roof. like there's no nice way to say it, but you got to do a roof job. You know, it's like that's the only way it stops. You know, I'm a big believer in tin roofs. I would never use shingles on a roof. Never. They might look nicer for the first couple of years. They might work even better for the first couple of years. But it's a lot easier to go up on a roof and replace screws with the grommets than it is to do a shingle job. That's like, that's pretty expensive. You're looking at 20, 30 grand to do an average roof, right? Definitely not something you want to do. Where Where if you have tin, okay, well, I'll make my case. There are buildings from the 1800s still standing with the original tin roofs. A little rust on the roofs, maybe on a, you know, every bicentennial you have to replace a piece of tin here or there. You know, and like I say, maybe go up every 10 years and maybe, you know, put in new roof screws with the new grommets and whatever. But it's not 20 grand, you know what I mean? Like, built to last. You know, tin, aluminum, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, aluminum and tin has their downsides too. But now roofs are custom made. Like the sheet of tin is the full length of the roof. There's no overlapping. Doesn't get any better than that. It's expensive, but it's, you know, it's the best way to go. It's the best way to go, in my opinion. In Canadiana terms, it's the best way to go. So hopefully, I have to use my GoPro 5 because I know my GoPro 7, the battery only lasts for about 15-20 minutes tops, and I know it's dead now. So hopefully, I know this one has the muffled bike sound. There's nothing I can do. It's a GoPro 5. When did the GoPro 5 come out? I bought it when it came out new. Was that 2012? Something like that? 2014? Whenever it was, anyway, that's how I got it. GoPro 7 when it came out, and I got the GoPro 5 about 6 months after it came out. So that's what I'm dealing with sound-wise. But you get the idea. If I'm talking loud enough, you can hear my big blabbery loud mouth anyway. So the good news is I got paid. Better start reducing my speed here because there's a stop sign coming up. Sometimes you forget, you get cruising there and you kind of forget. It was like, oh, geez, sneaks up on you. Oh, nobody out there ice fishing. Yeah, that storm's coming in. It's mostly fog right now, but I'm seeing the odd flake, the light flakes. And if there's an area around here that I don't like driving during a snowstorm, this is the road. Like, this is that road. Every time I drive this road, I have to get out to restart my vehicle. I have to basically get out and reconnect my positive because it bounces the positive terminal off the freaking terminal. That's how bumpy this road is. There's some guys out there ice fishing still. So, yeah, so if we get the big storm tonight, then I don't have to. I'm kind of hoping we get the big storm tonight. And get it over with so I can relax tomorrow, because that's 3 days of solid shoveling and snow raking, snow roof raking. I had somebody from Switzerland, if you're watching the channel, hi, how you doing? Talking about unfortunately my old cactus who passed away a few months back there, but from the making of this video, poor old guy. He was 16 years old. Thanks for asking about him. I'll address the drum question in another video, but yeah, he's like, I know you don't like snow and you complain about the snow all the time. Yeah, I do. I know it's hard to believe, but I bitch about things. I know, me. Who'd ever think, right? And you know something I'm going to complain about? I just drank a mouthful of slush because my drink's frozen. It's not solid frozen. My water bottle's solid frozen. I can't get any. That's done. That's a done deal. Oh, okay, the top's starting to open up there now. Better not let that leak all over the place. Look, there's all ice in there. I'm gonna die of thirst. How did he die in the winter? Thirst. Why didn't he eat the snow? It was yellow. If you don't know about yellow snow, go to a dog park in the wintertime, you'll understand yellow snow. Don't eat yellow snow. I remember they've been teaching Canadian kids that ever since we were little kids. Don't eat the yellow snow. Like, the funny part is that we had to be taught that. Like, I figured it out right away. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's flavored. I don't want that. You know, but some kids had to be told. Yeah, true story. It's like literally true story. Wow, look at the snow up there in that parking lot. Holy crap. There was about 3 feet on the deck that I had to screw your snowmobiles. Oh yeah, to Mr. Dent. Yeah, you went out snowmobiling and nothing happened to you? Yeah, and you had a good day, and you had a good, because you did maintenance. You got lucky. You got lucky, buddy. Lucky. Screw your snowmobiles. People behind me are like, well, this guy friggin' speed up. Nah, I'm doing the speed limit. I'm doing the speed limit. But anyway, yeah, no, there was about, it took me twice as long